Good morning, welcome to Shores Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. All right, I just did a video. I got to upload that, but this is the second one. Since I am recovering from my illness from the COVID and everything else, I'm off oxygen. Now the next phase is to physically work out through rehab twice a week, and I've been doing very well on that. Thank you. But yesterday, on all the TVs, except for one of them, which was ESPN, they had videos in the news of what's going on in Ukraine and the unfortunate people and the events that's happening there. I take that opportunity, as you should as well, to talk to people and just gently ask questions, and this is what I did yesterday. I said, it's very likely they could get us into war, and people are like, oh yeah, I know, that's terrible. And I said, what will you do if Putin retaliates and shuts down the power grid in some of the states, and our state being one of them? Well, I don't know. I never thought of that before. Well, if there's no power, you do know you can't get money out of the bank. Oh, I never thought of that. It's amazing when you are not in the prepping lifestyle like you and I are. People don't think about these things. So be the ambassador to the prepping world, the prepping community, the survivalist community. Whatever you want to do, take this opportunity to be an ambassador. Grow relationships. Introduce them gently, and say, have you thought about how you're going to buy groceries if the ATMs don't work and all you have is what's in your cupboard for today? I did that yesterday. I said, do you have a lot of food in your house? No, just what's in our cupboard. How about your freezers? No, we don't have all that much. How many's in your family? Well, I'm living at home and there's like 5 of us or something. I said, so what if the power goes out and you can't use your debit card at ATM? The sheer look of like, I never thought of that was amazing to me. I said, have you filled up your car? They're warning you gas is going to come up to $5, $6, $7 a gallon. Are you serious? That's really going to happen? You would be amazed. The people outside of our realm of thinking do not pay attention. They are completely oblivious to this, young and old. I said, yeah, you better fill it up. Does your parents have empty gas cans at the house? I think so. Well, you might want to ask your parents, hey, do you think it's a good idea we fill up the gas because the war in Russia or Ukraine, gasoline is expected to go $4, $5, $6 a gallon. If you fill up now, we could be saving money. Give them outs like that. We could be saving money if you're stocking up on food. Inflation is really ridiculous. And do you think we can buy a little bit extra using coupons? Buy one, get one free, sales. Pasta's pretty inexpensive right at this moment. And if it's like $5, buy $10 worth. Just put it on the shelf. Use this time to share your knowledge. Grow your community. Grow your relationships if that's what you want to do. Talk to people gently. Oh, you got to have 1,000 rounds and you got to have this. Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll send them into a panic, just like everybody did when they first started this. Gently say, hey, what if the lights go out for an extended period of time? Are you prepared for that? What if, things happen? What if, And again, don't be so horrific and graphic that you send them in a panic and all of a sudden they glaze over and you lose them. Just say, hey, you might want to think, what if your ATM card doesn't work? Do you have cash? Do you have the ability to get cash? Do you have the ability to buy food? What about gasoline? Have you filled up? Have you bought that? What about if the economy, gets a little weak-kneed and the dollar isn't buying it? Do you have any gold or silver? Just gentle suggestions. How are you going to eat tomorrow? Do you have enough heat in your house? Do you have candles? Something simple. Hey, do you have candles? Do you have oil lamps? No, I never thought about that, but that's a good idea. Little suggestions to help influence people to survive. Simple stuff like that. In case you have to leave your home in case of a tornado or a fire or a flood or emergency, do you have another place to go? Do you have an alternative route to get there? Just enough to get them thinking and keep the conversation going. You don't want to overwhelm people. But what is normal to us in our thinking, I know how to do that, I know, is completely foreign to a lot of people. So take this time to introduce your way of thinking. Hey, have you been seeing the war in Russia and Ukraine? And people say, yeah, it's horrible. Have you seen the people trying to flee their homes? Yeah, I know. I see them stuck on the highway. How would you do things different? Just ask little questions like that. Get their mind thinking as to what they may do. If they don't respond, they don't respond. It's not your problem. You're trying to help. Just an idea on that. Wanted to share that with you. Thanks for liking and subscribing to my channel. I do appreciate you. Get yourself right with God. Get baptized. You don't know what lunatic has their finger on the button. It could be ours or theirs. It doesn't matter. You'll be just as dead. Greg out.